Hello and welcome back to day 4 of the 7 days of the core self-care commitments. My name is Stephanie Burton, this is Project Glow, and today is day 4 and therefore it is all about food. So Monday was plan day, Tuesday was breathing and breath, Wednesday was water, and today we are doing food. And you're with me here in my kitchen and I'm about to rustle up a really nice bolognese sauce. And I just wanted to quickly have a chat with you about the core self-care commitment of food. Now, you're a smart cookie. You probably know what to eat and what not to eat, and what is really, really good food and what isn't food that should be in your system at all. So, I don't need to go over that. I mean, I do go over it in great detail on my courses, and we really completely and utterly, when we graduate onto the 1-year course, we go and dedicate a whole month about food. But really what is way, way more crucial about what to eat is how to get into a habit, how to actually make good eating, good wholesome eating sustainable. I mean, that's the real key is we know what to eat, but how do we really make that accessible and maintainable for your life, especially if you've got a crazy lifestyle, especially if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're a mom. There just isn't ever time for really good food. And that's why habits, creating really solid habits around food are so important. So I just wanted to talk today. I mean, as I said, food is such a big topic and I go into it in great detail on my courses. But today in the self-care commitment is how can we get you to a place where your life functions? And that has a lot to do with planning, knowing what to eat, also knowing what to eat when you are out and about, but more than anything else, it's about preparation. It's about being really super well prepared and knowing that this is why Monday is planning day, because really you should be planning your meals. Maybe not down to the tiniest little detail, but the way that I do it is I have one cooked meal from scratch, home cooked meal a day. Now, some of them are cooked in advance and they're frozen, and there's nothing wrong with that. But also you need to get smart, really smart about your food choices, because we all know it when we're tired, when we run off our feet, when there's a million things to do. That's when the really bad choices really clock in. And I don't know what it is for you, but it is for me, it's crisps. I used to be a chocolate fanatic when I was younger, and then I figured out that I was celiac and allergic to dairy. But crisps were certainly my nightmare. But I know when they creep in, that's my alarm bell when I need to go, okay, I'm overwhelmed, let me go back to the basics. And one of the things is find ways to help yourself. If that means that you need to sign up to a food delivery service, there are amazing food delivery services now. There's also food delivery services that do stuff for frozen meals as well. It's all about making smart choices rather than just the last minute, last ditch attempt. And that's where the chocolate creeps in, the crisps creep in, the alcohol, the bad food. So one of the things that I am a super fan about is my Instapot. The Instapot is an electrical pressure cooker. Now, if you're like me, I used to be absolutely terrified of pressure cookers because I used to have nightmares that they would explode and there would be food spread all over my kitchen. The Instapot is an electrical pressure cooker, which means that it has, I think, about 3 different fail-safe systems so that pressure doesn't ever build up. But what the good news is not only can you do roasts, you can do roasts in under 30 minutes, but also my bolognese is literally going to take me 15-20 minutes. It's going to be absolutely no time whatsoever. So it's about making clever choices. It's about making choices that you really aren't ever in a position where you need to do the sort of, last ditch grab moment for the bad food. The Instapot, look it up. It's absolutely revolutionized my cooking. But then also you can just make a day where you can cook, or you could cook together with a friend and then exchange, you do a batch, they do a batch. It's all about getting really smart about what works for you. And that's also figuring out what you need in terms of really individual choices. Some foods may agree with you, some foods don't agree with you, but that's when self-love really kicks in. Because self-love and self-care is all about making sure that you really get the food that you need to get at the right time, for the right quality. And, I'm just doing a lot of research in terms of, the connection between self-esteem. It's like they've done studies on how people with very high self-esteem place having a very high nutritious intake of food, very, very high on their kind of like value scale. But for lots of people, for various reasons, and as we know, as women, we give up on ourselves. We're the ones that take care of our food the last. We always take care of everybody else, but when does the time come for you to really plan and shop and prepare and make sure that you're well fed? I don't know if you saw the video on my personal Facebook page. I said, not looking after yourself is pretty much the most selfish thing you can do, because when you put yourself last, eventually you will get tired, you will get cranky, you will then require other people to make you feel good, and that puts a very great stress on the people around you. So it's time to change. It's time to put yourself first, and that also means having a think and having a real plan about what foods are right for you, how you can manage that you get the food you need. And the big takeaway is blood sugar balance. We need to get you in a place where your blood sugar is nice and even. And that means not spiking it with chocolates, ice cream, crisps, and all of that, but keeping it nice and even. Because guess what? When your food intake is well placed for blood sugar maintenance, that's when your emotions are nice and even too. And that's all for day 4, which is food. Day 4 of the 7 core self-care commitments. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.